Nancy Pelosi's dirty family secret just came out. See it before it's buried. The Democrats can try to escape their past and blame all of America's issues on the Republicans. However, the truth is the Democratic Party was responsible for racial segregation, not Republicans. Since before the American Civil War, Democrats have been holding people back based on skin color. Many of the leaders on the left, including Nancy Pelosi, pretend to be a champion of minorities. Recently, however, some interesting information was released that could destroy her career in politics forever. The Democrats have a very poor history on civil rights issues, and Nancy Pelosi's father was one of the people who dedicated statues of Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson, and in his speech said that they defended sacred institutions. This information can't be news to Pelosi, but she has refused to acknowledge her family history. The recent division in our country has opened many doors to the true history and nature of the Democratic Party. Dinesh D'Souza breaks it down in an eye-opening article that was recently released. According to Dinesh D'Souza succeeds in proving that the Democratic Party is the ideological descendant not only of slavery, the Reconstruction era, and racial segregation, but also of fascism, understood properly as a movement on the political left. In achieving this feat, D'Souza joins Jacob Goldberg's 2008 classic, Liberal Fascism: The Secret History of the American Left from Mussolini to the Politics of Meaning, in establishing correctly that fascism arose not as a right-wing movement in the 1930s, but as a leftist ideology that sought to compete on the left with communism. Where both fascism and communism are leftist cousins, as Goldberg and D'Souza correctly argue, the Nazis embraced the idea government should control international global business conglomerates and the production of their social welfare utopia, while the communists rejected all private property, arguing the means of business should be collectively owned, managed, and operated. Thus, while the mainstream media portrays the Soros-funded Antifa disruptors as heroic resistors trying to block the rise of Nazism in America, D'Souza points out that George Soros funds Antifa precisely because the Antifa movement is an anarchist brownshirt-like violent hard-left group the Nazis in 1930 would have understood to be one of their own. Still, D'Souza acknowledges the mainstream media in the United States is uncritical of the Democratic Party's insistence that Antifa anarchists view themselves with waging an anti-fascist struggle, with the standard Antifa radicals' depiction of President Trump is to portray him with a Hitler mustache. The Democrats have done everything in their power to bury their past, but it has all been in vain. The truth is being revealed and it will rock the Democrats to the core. Nancy Pelosi is especially going to be facing some serious backlash with the recent revelations about her family history. Freedom Liberty News reports in recent days, Nancy Pelosi has publicly supported the removal of Confederate statues. Last Thursdays, she called for Republicans to help remove the statues after Charlottesville. The Confederate statues in the halls of Congress have always been reprehensible, Pelosi said in a statement. If Republicans are serious about rejecting white supremacy, I call upon Speaker Paul Ryan to join Democrats to remove the Confederate statues from the Capitol immediately. The truth is, the Democrats have a pretty poor history on civil rights, including Nancy Pelosi's own father, who was the mayor of Baltimore, and was one of the people who dedicated statues to Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson, and in his speech said that they defended sacred institutions. What are those sacred institutions? One of them is slavery. We need to share this information so the truth is revealed. If Nancy Pelosi's supporters were ever to learn about this very relevant piece of information, their heads will explode. Democrats are liars and will do everything to hide their past from their naive supporters. It is up to the true patriots in America to expose the truth and bring the dangerous Democratic Party to its knees. Please share this information so people can learn the truth. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.